I don't need nobody, only fuck with niggas from around my way. Fuck how you feel about it. I'm the one who's stepping for my section, but they still trying to block it. Had to throw the 8 up on my necklace, bitch, come try to stop it, bitch. I don't even wash my clothes, cause I ain't never folded. Had to wipe a nigga nose. I had seen this other little clip, right, about YB. So, far as the last video we did on YB, man, it was good news. It was wonderful news that YB would be straight, bro. He was pardoned by President Trump. A lot of people feel like that was a wonderful thing. And from the looks of it, a lot of people feel like that was a terrible idea. I don't know what to think, bro. Like, what can you do, though? Like, bro did all his time. It's just they want to keep his ass on some type of monitoring just to keep watching him, fam. So he received a blessing from Donald Trump, but at the same time, I guess the state of Utah ain't really vibing with it. Shout out to my boy Muses. Let's watch this damn video.
Utah has sentenced the rapper NBA Youngboy to 23 months in prison on gun charges.
23 months in prison? Why you say it so hard like that, mom? Just prison, like, damn.
Youngboy was also pardoned by President Trump. He took to social media about his pardon, saying, quote, "This moment means a lot. It opens the door to a future I've worked hard for, and I am fully prepared to step into this." The rapper's legal troubles multiplied when he was implicated in unrelated charges in Utah, including a prescription drug fraud ring. As part of his plea agreement, additional charges for possession of a gun not registered with the National Firearms Registry were dropped in March of 2024.
Y'all know what's crazy? Youngboy got to be the first person I know that ever got a charge like that, bro. A prescription drug ring? I ain't never heard any charge like that ever. Obviously it sounds like it's illegal, but it's like, where did this junk come from, bro? Like, and do y'all really look for people who got prescription drug rings? Like, I ain't never heard of nothing like that before. And obviously I don't think he was selling them to the community. I think he was just getting them for his own personal use. But the fact that they turned it into a prescription drug ring, it make you feel like bro was damn near a pharmacist or something. Like, he was real dead serving to the community. Whole time it was him and his partners throwing them bitches back.
Music 101, the street reporter, and I'm back with another video. Let's get into it. Y'all read that title. NBA Youngboy might be headed back to jail. Hopefully not, though. The law enforcement officials in Utah are now reportedly upset that NBA Youngboy, who they helped arrest, was pardoned by Donald Trump. A Utah spokesperson spoke out and said, "Cache County Attorney Taylor Sorensen and I have recently been made aware that the President Donald Trump has pardoned Kentrell Deshaun Gaulden, aka NBA Youngboy, who pled guilty in November 2024 to his role in the prescription drug fraud ring in Cache County. He also pled guilty to additional charges in other jurisdictions. His pardon comes in a grouping with other convicts across the country. The reason given for these pardons was to correct a politicized and weaponized the justice system. We are extremely proud of the work our investigators and prosecutors did on this case, as well as grateful for all the help we received from other local federal agencies. Mr. Gaulden pled guilty to the charges in his investigation, and we feel strongly the justice system in Cache County is far from a weaponized system of justice. We have highly trained, honest, and experienced and professional sheriffs, investigators, and county prosecutors, along with respected district court judges and defense attorneys. We, along with all of our staff, are proud of the work we do in Cache County. In other words, we put too much money and we work too hard for him not to be in jail."
You know, it's wild. The fact that they did what they did and they're not even upset at the fact that he was given the time he was given. They really upset that he got pardoned. Really, like, that don't make no sense. Like, okay, y'all real deal proud of the work y'all did. And as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure anybody would be proud of any crime that the law enforcement is really cracking down on. Because, you know, law enforcement, I won't ever be with the movement that's against law enforcement. Because at the end of the day, when you get into something, bro, the first thing you doing is calling the police, bro. So all this F the police, this and that, bro, yeah, it's great. Just say F the officer that pulled you over and gave you that ticket. Just say that. But don't say F the police and all, bro. Because, like, at the end of the day, bro, you're going to need them, bro.
when you call them, bro, you're gonna hope they pull up and save your ass. I'm gonna put it like that. But when it comes to this, bro, it make me think like, damn, these folks really proud of the work they did by cracking down on somebody who probably didn't even know what they were doing was illegal, bro. You know what I'm saying? I could just imagine Youngboy thinking, oh, I got a free way to get perkies. I could just use folk name and get the perkies. In the back of your head, you know it ain't all the way right to do that. But you have no idea what you're doing would be turned into a crime high enough to be charged federally. Like, damn, bitch, all I was doing was throwing back perkies? And y'all trying to put me in prison for that? It's crazy. To him, he probably thought what he was doing was innocent at the moment. And as they started explaining the charges to him, he started realizing, damn, it do look crazy. So that's why Youngboy was in there chest up, chin out. But, bro, we not going to sit here and act like bro is just a danger to the community. If you ask me, he was damn near a danger to himself more than he was to the community. Y'all save him from popping another 30 perkies. That's what y'all say.
Utah State Representative says authorities should still pursue NBA Youngboy despite his recent presidential pardon.
No.
Some may ask, what that mean? Well, let me explain. A state can charge you for the same conduct even if you was pardoned by the president on a federal case. This is because of the dual sovereign doctrine in U.S. law. Here's how it works. The presidential pardon only applies to federal crimes. The states are separate sovereigns, meaning they have their own criminal laws and courts. So if your actions violated both federal and state laws, you can be prosecuted separately by the state, even if the federal government pardons you. Example, if you were involved in a federal drug trafficking case and received a presidential pardon, a state like California or New York could still charge you under its own drug laws for the same conduct. And the way they publicly speaking about this situation, don't be surprised if one day it's in the headlines where the state of Utah came and indicted NBA Youngboy on the same charges Donald Trump just pardoned him from. This is dirty and crazy work.
That's wild.
If I was NBA Youngboy, I would leave Utah ASAP. Because even if they don't indict him on state charges, they gonna mess with him. They gonna pull him over every chance they get. Anybody that's in Utah that's associated with him gonna be targeted. He's not gonna be able to go nowhere. It's gonna be police stationed in his area, around his neighborhood, and every time he pull out of his driveway, I guarantee you, he will be pulled over. And they will be waiting and hoping he slip up.
Damn, he completely right, low key, bro. Like, the fact that they pissed off about that pardon, they really gonna try to make an example out of top, bro. Like, dead ass, like they really finna mess with him. In my opinion, that what could happen. Cause do I feel like they gonna recharge him for the same crime? There's a possibility they can, but in my opinion, I think they smart enough to know it really wouldn't make no sense. At least people above these dudes that's talking about still charging him on the same thing. I feel like they know, like, it wouldn't make no sense to do that, bro. Like, we'll probably be better off trying to get him on something else and just stick around and wait for him to mess up. Because they probably feel like, yeah, bro, go mess up again. It's only a matter of time till he send the slimes to slime somebody out, and then, you know what I'm saying? Or anything. Or he might get into a situation with females or whatever the case may be, because it seems like that's a trend nowadays, like dudes getting into it with a female or whoop the whoop. Yeah, man, but I ain't gonna cap, this show that they really want that boy to be behind bars, fam, and they don't care about what Trizzy is talking about. This man literally said we still should pursue state charges. My nigga, that is top tier. You're a little bit too hot out you. Top tier. Do I feel like Youngboy has to leave? I don't feel like Youngboy got to leave Utah at all whatsoever, because he's YB. And bruh stay in the middle of the mountains. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they really have to have a reason to pull up on film and come mess with them. Because you ain't got no reason. You can't even pull up. Now, where Youngboy could mess up at is giving them a reason to pull up to the mountain.
Bring my bread right now. Bring my money, nigga. Bring my bread right now.